Live now.
Oops.
If you still, I got a hair somewhere. If you want to work, it's out there. At least in the Grand Rapids market. Every single person tipped at least $1. So I was happy with it, and I plan on going out this Saturday. So.
Well, and yeah, you made good money. So
Yeah, I did.
So Keith, how was vacation, Jesper? It was great. The roads was awesome. I mean, we gotta have that question. We drove 4,000 miles back and forth to the canyon, and it was a great time. So definitely.
Yeah, we're glad to have him back.
So much driving.
Yeah, 4,000 miles, right?
Yep, we drove at least 6 hours every day.
Well, that's not bad.
two of the days we didn't drive.
All right, cool.
yeah.
Well, good. We're glad to have you back. Glad it was safe. And was it restful at all, or did it? It wasn't that kind of vacation.
Well, it was restful because I didn't spend any time thinking work. I didn't spend any time thinking job at all. It was just, we obviously we didn't really do much other than we visited a lot of national parks.
Yeah.
We got to see Rocky Mountains. We saw Arches National Park. We saw the Grand Canyon National Park, of course. And then we saw Petrified Forest, which is amazing. That's crazy. You see these giant pieces of wood, which is not wood because they're all petrified. They're all crystal, but you can clearly see that they were wood. It's just crazy.
So petrified meaning it's like so old that
Well, it's some kind of a process, but all the wood has been crystallized. So you can see that what was bark once still has the structure of bark.
Okay.
But it's all rock and crystal.
Oh, so it's like hard.
Oh yeah. It's rock. It's stone.
You know what I would
like? Crazy.
You know what I would really like to see is the is it the redwood forest, the redwood trees where you can drive through some of those trees.
That one is gone. Unfortunately, there was one you could drive through, but it fell.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine the sound that thing made?
But it was hundreds of years old. That tree was hundreds of years old.
That's crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, just want to talk about our Telegram group. It's starting to get more active again. We just didn't we add a new guy recently? Shit, I forgot his name. Maybe someone can look it up, but.
Is it Larry?
It's not Larry.
We did get a new guy.
Yeah, it's just earlier this week.
Yep.
But hey, Keith, it was a comfort ride, so it's okay. He's like, he wouldn't do that without a comfort ride. So.
True, 100%. But yeah, go to in our Facebook description, or I don't know if it's on YouTube, but you can download Telegram and join the group. We chat. We're X-rated sometimes. There's a lot of weird gifs. So
mostly of butts.
Mostly pizza or gummy bears hitting butts. It's not Jesper's butt, so you can rest assured. But we'd love to have you and to discuss, gig economy.
How do you know?
Then if that's your butt that's on there, then you and I need to talk.
Is that me? That's me. Sorry about that. I thought of me. Well, I was gonna monitor YouTube, so sorry.
That's okay. Was it an ad on our channel?
Yeah.
You should have just let it play. Also, in the description, we would love a review. We have not gotten a review in a hot second. I know as people are starting to drive more, our numbers have been down, which is totally understandable. I'm sure a lot of people listen while they're driving, but we'd love a review. That description is in the Facebook thing as well. You guys got anything else? Pete?
I'm trying to figure out who this guy's name is.
Oh, in the group?
Yeah.
I could probably tell you. If you go into the list of all the names, it'll say who has been on most recently. I bet he's about the 15th down, something like that. But
Bradley Overbeck.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hey, Bradley.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group. All righty. Let's get into our first, of course, our awesome sponsor, Irvine's. They may be sponsoring the picnic, so that'll be fun. Got to reach out to them, maybe kind of connect. We had that one guy, but...
So Pete didn't have any stories?
Pete had no stories.
Nope.
Pete, are you going to be driving?
I got my battery replaced, but there's still something draining it, so I'm going to have to get my car into...
Irvine's Auto Repair. Yes, get it done, because we want you out driving. I can't be the only one.
I may have to take mine in as well because my rear tire is leaking.
The van?
Yeah.
I'm glad that the van held up.
Oh yeah, it's doing well.
Well, anyways, if you need maintenance inspection, which I got a weird email from Uber saying that they needed my inspection, which I gave it to them in February. So I'm just going to ignore it. But anyways, if you need an inspection, you can go to Irvine's. It is not for free, but they do more than just what the Uber inspection requires. They look over your car. To schedule service with them, 532-6600 or irvines.com. You can schedule everything offline. They're a woman-owned, veteran-owned company, amazing Google reviews, and they work on hybrids. So, Leo, if you're in Grand Rapids, you need a little tune-up on that hybrid, that Prius, take to Irvine's Auto Repair at Grand Rapids Hybrid. We would appreciate it, and we appreciate them supporting the show.
Yes, we do.
All right, what are we doing here? Oh, I'm up first. Son of a bitch. Okay, so
You should take that up with the guy who makes the run.
I know.
right?
This new mic thing, why I decided 10 minutes before the show starts to be like, I'm going to move the mic to the other side, and it's totally throwing me off. So Uber is becoming the new Trip, apparently, because they've launched a new feature called Drive Pass. So this is only in San Diego right now, but I'm going to kind of run down real quick how it works. You can buy a Drive Pass for a select number of UberX trips requests and pay a 0% service fee on each of those trip requests. Once you purchase your pass, you'll have 7 days to use the number of 0% service fee trip requests that you've purchased. After you used all the requests that you purchased, you will go back to paying the 25% service fee. You can always buy more. You can always buy another Drive Pass at any time. And
so the way that works is they are hoping people won't use all the passes.
Well, you wait till I get to the end of it, and you'll be like, all right, this is bullshit. So as an introductory offer, we're discounting the price of the Drive Pass. Prices will vary from week to week. So right now it's $7 for 10 requests, $30 for 50 requests, or $50 for 100 requests.
Wait, $7 for 10?
10.
And then what was the next one?
$30 for 50. And $50 for 100.
I'm not too good at math, but I feel like we're getting effed.
Oh, you did. I'm not good at math either, but and that's a discounted. They said because like the 100 requests normally would be 300.
But is it just the booking fee then, and do they have to pay for the ride on top of that, or what is this?
I don't know about that. So the next slide I threw up on the screen, basically your earnings out of 10 trips would save you $23 if you had the Drive Pass. That's what they're saying. So the more trip requests you accept while using Drive Pass, the more you will save. Drive Pass can be used for UberX trips only. Every UberX trip you receive counts against your Drive Pass, whether you accept, cancel, or decline. So basically, if you don't take it, you just lost it. So for us that are selective, it would be
Yeah. That's a killer.
That's why I said wait till the end. It didn't really have to do with what you said earlier, but yeah, you have to. Yeah, the only thing that doesn't count is ride or cancellations will not count against it. But if you cancel, decline, yeah. So
looks like you driving out to Allendale to pick up that student.
Yeah, but why?
Campus.
So tell me, where would this be worth it? I guess I don't know.
Well, if you can buy them for certain periods, like when it used to be busy and we drove downtown,
Yeah.
After midnight, we would easily have 10, 15 rides an hour.
Yeah.
Right. So at that point, get a 10 to 20 pass.
Thanks, David.
Drive pass, and you only pay 75 cents. As a ride fee per drive.
Yeah. If it's only $7 for 10 of them.
Right. The 70 cents fee per ride. Right.
What's the average fee per ride in our market?
Well, I mean, you got the booking fee. You got. I mean,
it's at least over $1 that we as a rider pay. That comes out of our not rider, sorry, as a driver that comes out of our fare.
Yeah, I mean, again, math, but we don't have to break it down because it's been so long since we drove. But I don't know. I still don't think because like if I see a ride at the Bob, I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to the Bob. So I don't know. it kind of feels trippy to me.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, not that it's like a subscription base, but they're not forcing it on you.
It sounds like it's Uber's way of trying to get the drivers to stop
Canceling rides.
skipping rides.
Yeah, because if they know
way.
that you've already like quote unquote prepaid for your fees, you're probably more likely to take that ride.
Right.
Ooh. I mean, it's always going to work out better for Uber. I mean, because they're the owner. I mean,
So Keith said, seems like short rides during the day would make it worth. And you're right. Yeah,
Right.
when you're driving during the day and you're not going to say no to a lot of rides, then that is correct.
yeah, I mean, I will say no to a 20. That's the thing. Like a 20-minute one, like, okay, I'll just burn this 70 cents. No big deal. But how many of those are you going to do before you're like, this isn't worth it anymore. I need to go take this.
Right.
So it's just another way they manipulate you to take rides. So I call BS. I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's worth it. But
the other thing we got to look at is right now they're only offering it in a major city.
yeah,
So
I think it was just San Diego. To be
Right.
honest with
So
you.
the question then becomes, is it ever going to be available to, small to medium-sized markets as Grand Rapids? We don't know.
Probably not.
Right. Exactly. So it may not ever be worth it.
No.
So.
No. All right. Jesper.
Yes. Caught on camera. Passenger punches, spits at Lyft driver, and after being asked to wear face covering. This is a pretty horrific video. So if you don't want to watch it, if you don't want to watch some...
I don't say it's that
Not
horrific.
that bad.
Why?
I mean, he didn't slit his throat.
No, of course not. But it's, I wouldn't want to be that driver, that's for sure.
No. This is why you have a dash cam. So we'll play that
Yep.
and then talk.
A nightmare ride for a Lyft driver. He was punched by a passenger who then apparently tried to spit on him. The attack happened when she refused to wear a face mask inside of his car. KCAL 9's Candace Crone has this shocking video.
Dashcam video captured a Lyft driver getting pummeled by a passenger. Pedro Cubia says it all started after he picked the woman up on Rosecrans and Crenshaw in Torrance last month and noticed she wasn't wearing a mask. When he asked her to put one on, he says things escalated from there.
So he said what happened was he took her to the destination that is set on the app. She was already mad because of the mask, so she got more mad because apparently the location he took her wasn't the one that she had requested. But when he looked on the app that was the location.
Cubia says he didn't start recording the commotion until after the woman refused to put on a face covering and started shouting. He ordered her out and was smacked as he reached for his charger in the back seat.
Don't touch me.
In the video, you can also see the woman allegedly spit towards him as she got out of the car.
That's the worst
With
part.
the ongoing pandemic, he and his wife are now worried about his health.
Hopefully she wasn't positive and he doesn't come out positive, as well as other health condition. Now he's having problems with his eye, headaches.
Torrance police are investigating the incident. In a statement, Lyft said, the behavior shown in the video is unacceptable and has no place on the Lyft platform. Upon learning of the incident, we removed the rider from the Lyft community. The company also said it's cooperating with authorities. Cubia says he decided to speak out and hopes another driver doesn't have to go through what he did.
He wants, justice and for this to stop because it's not fair.
Reporting in South LA, Candace Crone.
They keep
KCAL
replaying
9
that.
News.
They keep
You know-
replaying that.
You know
But
what makes me mad? And my situation was not anywhere near that by any means.
yeah.
But how does that guy, I'm not going to say his name, that I picked up 3 times,
I'm flaking on it.
it's Ivory.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. You didn't even give me a chance.
How does he not get banned
Right.
when he was like that close from doing the same thing?
Well, doesn't he just create
Another
aliases?
accounts,
An alias,
uses his
yeah.
wife's account.
But that only can go so far. I mean, or can you put like anyone's credit card on there as you want? Like
Well,
you
but
can.
it's the phone number.
It's the phone number.
So
Yeah.
of course they have to have a phone number. So, but yeah, I mean, my biggest thing about this, and I don't know. You're right, Pete. I don't know how he get that, but going back to the video, I'm not somebody who hits, but I would have been livid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have stayed as controlled as that driver was.
What's weird is he said he didn't start the recording until like right before that. I'm like, you have a dash cam. Clearly that was a dash cam. And
Right,
why wasn't he
right.
recording the whole
Oh,
time?
he
Right.
was. It was just something they said.
It was just weird because like I wanted to see. I actually tried to find that video raw without the news part because I wanted
Okay.
to see what happened before, but I couldn't find it. I don't know if he sold it to them or something.
I'm sure.
Could,
something
what
like
state
that.
was he in? It could be a state where you're supposed to notify him
Right.
before you start recording, and maybe he was recording them
two-
before they got in, and
maybe.
he didn't tell her.
Yeah, maybe it's a
I don't
Was
know.
it a two-party?
two-party state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Could
don't
be.
know.
So, but yeah, I would have been livid. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can hear that punch.
I
I
want.
know you could really hear it.
Yeah.
I want to. Like, I don't want to do food delivery.
Why?
I just don't. I don't like it. Like,
Really?
yeah, and I know it's just super weird because food delivery is hot right now. But I have zero interest in doing it.
Why?
I just don't. I don't want to do
What
it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know. Getting in and out of the car, like just
You mean actually? I know you don't like to sweat. Would it be better if it was cold out?
yeah, maybe. No, I just I don't know. I was in food for so long. Like I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
I can see that.
And I really want to drive people, and like those kind of situations are like I don't want to have to deal with that because that will happen in Grand Rapids, I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? It's just there's just one more reason for hate. It
Yeah.
just is, and we all know that this whole situation has just brought so much split to people, and it's just I hate it.
Well, everyone's on edge.
Right.
That's the problem, and that's one of the reasons I told the guys before the show started that I hid or I snoozed because I get only my news from Facebook. And I snoozed all the channels just because I just was getting stressed out about it, and it's just not worth it. Like all the fights about the mask and stuff, I'm just like,
You know what I hate the most is everybody makes it about political. Everybody
Yeah,
makes
it's
it into a
not.
political thing. It's not political,
it's a science thing.
right? It's all about Democrats or Republicans. No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
just, stop.
Let's not get on a soapbox. We'll
No,
lose
I
half
know,
our
I know.
audience.
Anyways, so sorry, guys.
So next up is another video, and we got this one from from Reddit, and another great example of what's going on out there. So go ahead and
This one starts out a little slow, but
Nah, I can't even call no fucking body. People just don't care. All people only care about yourself.
okay. Let me explain. She's complaining because originally he didn't let her use the charging cable. So he's a man after my own heart, and her phone's dead. So she's mumbling about she can't even call anybody and stuff. So I forgot that was kind of the premise behind
I
it.
thought that was because of her wearing that mask thing or whatever.
Well, I think it's her shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know those nails. She can't dial her phone or nothing.
There's a few.
Nah, cause I've been in Uber drivers and they let me charge my phone. I ain't never no Uber driver never told me you can't charge your phone. Yeah. That's what you driving for.
Ma'am, I need you to get out of my car.
How you just
I
let me
need
out
you-
anywhere?
I need you to get out right now.
The fuck? I don't even know where I'm at, sir. I'm not from here.
Okay, I'm calling the police if you don't get out of my car right now.
That's fucked up. Like, can you at least let the man know I'm right here?
Yeah, I'll let him know. But
Cause
if,
you just can't
if
just
you
drop
don't,
any. And then I'm 10 minutes away from where I'm at.
yeah, if you don't get out of my car right now, I'm calling the
But I
police.
paid my money, so you could call them.
I don't care. Let's see. This is the.
That's just fucked up, sir. Like, you don't
Please.
just drop. I'm a female. Anything could happen to me.
You're being
You
really.
just rude, bitch.
I love when people like do it behind you, and she smashed his car. Like, you're gonna smack him, turn him around. Now, he calls the cops. Cops aren't gonna do anything. I mean,
But he needs to get it on record, right?
Hello, no,
Yeah.
I just got assaulted by a rider who I gave a ride to. I'm driving Uber. I'm at airport.
all right, we're just gonna go back because he just basically calls
Yeah,
the cops.
Right.
The only thing is she does not. If her phone is dead, I mean, she did drop her off at a gas station, so I guess little later in the video you hear that, so it's not just some random spot. But I don't know. I was kind of like,
I kind of feel like it went from 0 to 60.
well, again, you only
He was
see
just, yeah.
you only see what is there.
Right,
you
right.
don't get to see everything else, what happened before or after. So
Right.
they kind of control the narrative. But
I think it felt like that he decided to drop her off when she kind of continued on.
yeah,
her
my guess it had
rampage.
been going on because she was already, when she had covered her mouth, you could see it
Right.
in her eyes. She was super fussy. So clearly there was.
So let's look at that situation. Let's say that happened here in Grand Rapids. Would you guys have dropped her off? Would you guys have, would you have finished the ride and just accepted it?
Well, we
and
know
dropped
Jason
it
would
off?
have. He ain't trying to have nobody use the cord.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, no. So yeah, I can see myself saying no to the courts. True, but I don't think I would have dropped her off. I think I would have just sucked it up and taken her to where she needed to be and then be done.
Yeah, I feel like he really kind of,
He jumped the gun.
he jumped the gun quite a bit there.
She's
Now,
bitching at it.
Right.
And it's like, but then you also say, like, you're going to get a bad review. So some people really want that, I'm diamond
Right.
bitch, you know what I mean? And they don't want to get
But
deactivated
dropping
or
her
whatever,
off is going to get a bad review anyways.
unless he cancels the ride.
Well, yeah, but yeah,
She can't
sure.
review him. Like, even if he drove her 10 minutes, you just hit cancel.
Sure.
Can't you?
Yeah,
I
you
mean-
can cancel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been that long since I
I didn't
drove.
think, like,
we all like, can you?
Can you?
Good thing we're the gig economy podcast now.
Now, Sam says, I just let her be pissy, not worth kicking her out yet. And I think I'm the same way, you
Yeah.
know. But the thing I think that took him, and I understand him, is she was clearly disrespecting him,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
some people don't do that, and I can see that, you know. So I guess I can understand.
I can't even. I said that I felt like he jumped the gun, but I've had nights where it's just been a crappy night. You get a bad run after bad run, and you finally get that one person, and they're being like her, just being disrespectful, and you're like, I've done it. I'm
See
get
ya.
out.
Yeah.
And I'm done for the night because I don't want to deal with it.
I just wish I knew what she had said before, because honestly, even though I do let people use it looked like she was coming off the airplane. Like, she had a lot of luggage. Like, I let airport runs use my charger cord all the time.
right.
I'm like, I get it. You've probably been traveling for 8 hours here. If I can give you a 3%,
It's the radio you don't let them use, but the charger cord, yes.
right? No, now the radio, they were drunk and obnoxious and sitting in my front seat. But I kind of feel like he should have let her charge her phone
Yeah, I
too.
don't know what
Like,
the big deal is.
I didn't know what it.
But maybe he didn't have a cable that matched.
True.
I mean,
Well, he could have just said that.
Well, we
instead of-
don't know that if he did or
We
not,
don't.
because he only showed us that part of the video.
No,
Right.
but she was kind of acting like he wouldn't let her, not versus like
True.
he didn't have the ability.
I mean,
True.
maybe again, we don't know the whole story. Maybe she was just a stuck up all the way, right? We don't know.
Yeah. Well, Sam said you can end it, not cancel, but then they can review.
Exactly.
So if you want to get a 1 star and a report that you were drunk, then go ahead and end it. If you just want to move on with your life and eat the money on that, then just hit cancel. So,
right. I think I would have just finished it and taken the 1 star and move on.
really?
Oh yeah.
No, not me. No, me. I would have canceled because I didn't want to deal with her shit. All right, next up.
See, I'm way too way too unconfrontational. Is that what it's called? I can't say.
Yeah, we know you are. Sam said it's quiet here. The last couple weeks, the last couple shows, it has been quiet. I'm not sure why. But whatever. We still love doing it. Doesn't matter. So I have 2 Lyft articles back to back. They're both kind of counterintuitive. It's kind of funny. So Lyft said on Friday that it would distribute 60,000 vehicle partition shields to its most active drivers as protection from the coronavirus. The ride-hailing company in May required both passengers to wear and drivers to wear masks, blah, blah, blah. And then has provided North American drivers with over 150,000 sanitizing products. Just wait 5 minutes for the next article. And masks since the outbreak of the pandemic. Lyft began designing the shields, and they're basically giving them away for cost, and then they'll sell them for like $50 at production cost without markup. What do you guys think about that? Would you take a shield? I know we've kind of talked about that.
But
Did you ever hear from that shield guy?
No. And Well, but see, that shield guy was a different shield. This shield is the shield that just goes over.
No, it's not. It's a vehicle partition. Did I read it wrong? Vehicle partition shields to its most active drivers.
Oh.
So it's not a face
So
shield.
I listened wrong. Okay.
I was like, I don't think.
I would take a shield. I don't know if I would drive, but I would take a shield.
Well, if you can get it for $50, like, because obviously
Right.
you're not even on the platform.
Correct.
But if you were, you wouldn't be the most active driver. None of us would.
No.
You know. But I would buy it for $50.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you, if Lyft offered you one today
For free?
$50, would you drive people?
I don't know. I mean, like, somebody needs to do like a Mythbusters on those partitions.
Right.
Like, literally, I need to see like spittle and aerosols going to see where they end up. Because if I can see it actually protecting like it's supposed to, then I might say, yeah, why not? I'd have to see them too if they look all ghetto. Like, you've seen some of the pictures online, like
saran
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap,
I keep seeing the one where he gets air conditioning for his passengers, where it's like the tube coming from the front and the back. I mean, that looks really ghetto, but it probably works.
Vacuum hose.
Yeah. I mean, I would want to see how it worked. And if it worked
Right.
well, I think I would drive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
you wouldn't?
I don't know. I just don't know. I miss it. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, Keith said that some riders would be uncomfortable, but I mean,
Why do you think riders would be uncomfortable?
I mean,
with
it
a
just
shield.
because it probably looks like a cop car. You know, I think it would change the environment, even though it's a clear piece of plastic. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be like knock plastic, like
Plexiglass, yeah.
yeah. I'm sure it would change it a little bit, but I think they would understand. I mean,
I think if people are taking rideshare right now as it is, I
yeah,
don't think they're going to mind having
Yeah.
that extra step of, well, except for the people who won't wear a mask. Maybe they'll be the ones to be upset.
Right.
well, why would you? Then I would be less likely to be fussy if you didn't have a mask, if there was a partition there.
Right.
So Keith brings up another good point. It's just another thing to clean if they even work like they're supposed to.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine a bar night and some chick just goes, and you just look in your rearview mirror and you just see it like a milkshake thrown against, like, it's just, oh my gosh, how horrible would
That's
that be?
nasty.
Yeah, you know, the ventilation is actually a good point. Like, my Pilot has floor ventilation, so they would get air conditioning and heat, but like my wife's SUV doesn't have that.
Yeah, and
See,
neither does mine.
My Comfort has ceiling ventilation, so it'll be fine.
Oh, my comfort car, my bumper, it looks like I hit a deer, but I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my head. It doesn't look like that.
It does, because I don't want to pay the $800 to get it fixed.
God, $800. All right.
I told you about one of my last rides doing rideshare when COVID was hitting was this couple, and she had the entire ride. She had her head out the window. The entire ride.
Why?
Because COVID.
Because of COVID?
Yeah. The entire it was like a 10-minute ride. It wasn't like down the block. It was like 10-15 minutes, and the entire ride. Like, I talked to him the entire time because she had her head out the window.
She probably didn't have her head screwed on right either.
Could be.
Sabrina asked, wouldn't you need some sort of PPE to clean the partition? I mean, I guess if you knew that person was positive, otherwise I would just Lysol it and call it a day.
Isn't Lysol
use the same thing
PPE?
Well, PPE is personal protection equipment.
Oh,
so that
okay.
means like
Sure.
gloves,
Use
face
the same
shield,
thing when you clean up any other puke mess.
Right.
which I don't use. Well, yeah, I guess I use gloves,
Right.
but I was like, I don't use anything.
Bare hands. I'm down
It's
there
like-
picking up chunks of puke.
You're just scooping it out with your hand.
Broccoli right there. Looks like broccoli.
Oh,
you guys are
gross.
nasty.
That's gross.
Okay, so my article. Are we ready to that one now?
Yeah, you can just jump right in.
Okay. So this is about Lyft. Lyft drivers are not happy about Lyft selling them PPE.
Yeah.
So Again, they do say the same amount here. So they say with COVID-19 showing no signs of abating in the U.S., most companies are providing their employees with personal protective equipment such as masks. Ride-hailing giant Lyft, however, is selling PPE to its drivers through an online store, and that is not going down well. So basically, again, they're saying they have produced, and it's the same number as what the article you said. They said, today we have distributed 150,000 sanitizing products and masks to drivers at no cost to them. Our most active drivers will now receive a free safety kit consisting of a reusable cloth face covering, sanitizer, and disinfectant. But some drivers say the number of PPE items Lyft distributed was woefully low, and after the company closed many of its service centers hubs at the end of March, they've struggled to get hold of free PPE. So basically now they're selling it.
Yeah, I just was
to the drivers. Yeah.
What do you?
But they're selling them at cost, at least to that.
I mean,
I think people forget that this is supposed to be independent contractor job.
Well, that's the
how
thing,
dare
right?
you take my social media posts? I actually use this for a social, and I was like, "Aren't we independent contractors?" Like,
but that's exactly right. You can't have both ways. You cannot have it both ways. If you wanted to be independent contractors, then you have to pay for these things yourself.
Right.
Right. If you want to be employees, which I don't think most of us want to be employees. Like in California, they
Or
want to
New
be
York.
employees.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the thing. If you want to be an employee, then they're going to
yeah,
pay for
I mean,
it. But
am I glad that I get it free from other places? Yeah, but if they said that I had to pay for it, I might go somewhere else to buy it cheaper. Like if I can find it, I don't
Sure.
have to buy. You don't have to buy it from them. So if someone's fussy about paying for it,
Sam's Club.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the masks are not. They're pretty, or like my wife was able to get sanitizer. I think that stuff is all available now. I know early on you couldn't get any of that stuff. But I think it is now. So if you don't like it, just go buy it yourself or don't buy it. I don't
get
care.
a job at McDonald's.
Right. Yeah, we're independent contractors. They don't owe us anything, you know.
Everything we get is a bonus.
Right. Right. So in fact, it was kind of cool. Grubhub was like, "Hey, by the way, it's time to order more PPE and it's free." Like every 30 days they just send you an email and say, "Hey, you need more." And I haven't really even used any of it. So I probably won't order anymore. I guess if I was taking riders, I would have a bunch just to say, hey, you don't have a mask. Here's one. It's brand new. You have to wear it. That's what I would use it for. So I have my own mask. But cool.
So
this one's great.
All right. So this next one, guy says, had this very interesting exchange with the DoorDash customer yesterday. Dude wasn't happy about his missing Whopper, and I was adamant that I immediately refund him.
Now this one is legit. Now there's one later
this
in.
One says text message.
Yeah, there's one later on in our Facebook shenanigans that's not legit, but it's still funny as hell. So
says this text conversation is related to a DoorDash order. You left off a sandwich. Refund me now! Exclamation mark! Question mark. Pay attention to your transactions. Refund me! Refund me! Driver says, sorry about that. I'm not able to issue a refund. You have to contact DoorDash support. 4 times the same message. You do it. It's your fault, not mine.
I was like, if you read all those, I'm turning your mic off.
Driver says, have a great day. Sorry about your sandwich. Guy says, you suck. Driver says, you're rude, or says, that's rude. Guy says, you are rude for not doing as your DoorDash agreement promises. Driver says, technically, it's the restaurant's responsibility to ensure all items are there. Once they confirm with me that it's all there, I'm not going to unseal the bag to check again. Again, I'm sorry. DoorDash should issue a full refund. You'll just have to contact them. The guy says, that's long and basically useless process. I will just delete the app as every order has issues and the delivery person is lifeless and refuses to help. But hey, you let me give you money for nothing. You win. And guys says, sorry you see it that way. Hope your next delivery turns out better. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, I mean, so early on when I started food delivery, not all restaurants seal their bags. Like, and even now, Qdoba does not.
Right.
And I remember when Gabe, when I started doing a little food delivery with Grubhub, he said, like, make sure you check that they have napkins and utensils and everything like that. But maybe with COVID now it's getting more strict because now like Chipotle, it's sealed up.
Yeah.
McDonald's is sealed up. Not that That's the first one. That's pretty good. That 40 minutes in. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with him. It's not his responsibility,
Right.
especially if the bag is sealed. But I mean, I've used DoorDash and I have got a refund, and it's not hard to do. They are very customer oriented.
I've never used DoorDash
No?
as a customer. I've delivered DoorDash,
Okay.
but not ordered as.
Yeah, I've done it a few times, and there's been a couple errors, and they're just like, oh, yeah, they actually don't refund you the whole thing. I can't remember what it was. It was like they forgot. It was from B-Dubs. They brought my wings but forgot like a side or something, and they gave me like $8 credit. So I was like, all right, that's fair. I used it again. They got me because I used it like the next night for something else. The bummer part is it you're screwed at the moment. So you're really jonesing for that food, and then it gets screwed up, and you're like, shit. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
anyways. Speaking of money, we would love yours. If you can go
Wow, that was a.
I'm trying to do good transitions, so like
That was a decent segue right there.
that was pretty good.
That wasn't bad.
That was pretty
I'm
good.
impressed. Dude.
If you go to patreon.com/ God, what is it? Gig Econ Podcast. Just go to Patreon and Google the Gig Economy Podcast. You'll find it.
Yep.
You get free merch on the second month, which Janet, I think, is due next month. I will start giving blood or plasma to pay for the shipping. It's the Gig Econ Podcast / the Gig Econ Podcast. You get behind the scenes, and I'm actually doing an interview tomorrow about an app. You'll get that too, so it'll be kind of cool. Go to Gig Economy or go to patreon.com / the Gig Econ Podcast and support the show because you love us. All right. Jesper. Oh, this is actually a good story.
It is a good story. Yeah, I was all smiley and warm inside when I read that article. It was great.
So I want you to click on the article and you tell me if you see something weird. You may not be able to see it. It's a picture issue. I'll just tell you. Like the original preview is a black guy, and then you click in the article and it's a white guy. And I'm like, I had to read the article to find out who exactly it is.
I didn't understand.
That's two. So you know what I do when I click on articles? I immediate right click and go mute site.
Well, I do. I did. I don't know what happened.
Before we go on, Sam says, are you shitting me, Jason? I don't even know what that means. Anyways, so this is a good story.
So it is a good story.
She's probably because of my segue.
Right. Maybe it was the whole black white issue. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, no, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. It's silly because it's like, wait,
So-
I had to read the article.
Why? How come you gave me this article? But I have nothing to do with basketball. Anyway, so this is
And I do?
I don't know. His name is Winian Gabriel. I don't know.
Who cares what his name is?
Well, it's so he's a trailblazer. He's one of the Portland trailblazers, I guess. And he forgot his wallet in an Uber car a few months ago. Basically, young trailblazer forward Vinian Gabriel realized he had left his wallet in that car, but when he tried to reach someone who could locate the car's driver, he had no luck. So he tried and tried and tried and tried, could not get a hold of it, and then finally the driver found the wallet in the car, and he remembered where it went. So he actually went back there, and he went up a bunch of stairs, even though he was slightly disabled. And went to the door to the basketball player and gave him his wallet. And at this time he was out of breath and really bad. His knee, he had, I guess, bad knees and stuff. So he kind of came inside, sat down for a little bit, and so they chatted up for a few minutes. And that's when Gabriel gave him $100 for thank you so much. That was awesome. And first the driver said, no, I don't want it. That's not what this is about.
Right.
But he did finally say, yep. What is this?
You can always look on the screen.
Gosh.
Did you try to derail him?
Anyways, long story short, he gave him $100. That was cool.
Yeah.
So COVID happens.
Right.
And Gabriel still has this driver on his mind. So then he goes above and beyond, and he gives him another $2,500 into his bank account. Which I'm not even sure how he was able to do that, because how does he know the driver's full name? Maybe they
Yeah,
changed
I mean-
that out. I don't know.
And and you can always deposit money in anyone's account.
No, I know, but
Like,
you got to know the name.
that's true.
You gotta
And
know
you got to
the-
know where kind of he banks from.
Exactly.
I wonder if he
right.
like.
Unless they used like Venmo or Cash App or something.
Nope, no. He says here, the rest of the story is that Vinian deposited $2,500 in my personal account. Bernard said he was not seeking any publicity. His gift has allowed me to not have to drive in this time of unrest. I thought it would be a positive story. So that is pretty cool. And
It is.
And what adds to the story is that this player is actually not one of the top players right now, so he's not paid that much.
No.
So he, that's actually pretty cool. I think that's awesome. And then what I also liked is that the story actually ends by saying that, hang on, that this actually happens a lot more often than you think.
Yeah, I would bet it does.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Guess it doesn't happen when they come to Grand Rapids, right?
I don't know.
I'll just let you know the minimum salary for an NBA player is $893,000.
I know you
So
said he
I'm
doesn't
like-
get paid that much, and I was like,
Well, the article does say that the guy that got the money says, "Oh, he's not even a top player." I'm like, yeah, I just googled it. A rookie in the NBA makes like $893,000.
But at least he's not making millions, right?
right,
So, anyways.
100%.
It happens much more often than people might realize, and the stories should be told because they often inspire other acts of kindness. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love those stories. I remember
Yep.
we featured one where the lady came up and bought a bunch of stuff from Target for that lady that worked at McDonald's. So it's
Yep.
always nice to have a feel good story with
Right.
Uber and not someone getting smacked in the face or
Yeah, true.
I mean, ridiculous.
Yep.
all right, here's another good
Oh
one.
boy.
So this one was from Reddit. It says, passenger, why should I have to wear a mask if yours works? Driver, damn, good point. Turns off headlights. Passenger, what are you doing? It's dark. Driver, chill. The other cars have them on. Heyo.
I
Wear a
mean,
mask.
Right.
if you can't tell where we lie on the mask issue,
And look, Jason and I, maybe not Jesper so much, but Jason and I have beards. And I
I
can't
have a
speak for
beard
Jason,
now.
but about 2 minutes after having a mask on, it feels like there's a horde of fleas infesting my beard
no, not
from
me.
that mask. No?
Well, because mine, I wear
oh,
the
you got that comfy one.
yeah, and it like tucks it all up and safe, and then I just pull it down, and it's just like
Cradles your beard.
it does. It's like a little. I bet people don't. They probably look at it like I'm really fat. Because if you don't know me, it just looks puffy right here. Like, did you get stung by a bee, bro?
Hey, guys.
I recommend it because it's so
You
much
have to
more.
send me that link after the show because
Yeah,
I need to order one because I got an itch to drive. So
yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it's going to be people or food, but
I don't get your food.
I don't
I mean,
like
it's
it.
not like I know you've been in the food business for so long, but like, it's not like you're making it, dude.
I know. Yeah, I know.
And sometimes
I
you
don't know
get
what it
free
is.
pops from, well, not right now because of COVID, but that's so funny. I got stung by a bee. Well, I can't read any comments on Facebook right now. My post, my stream, it's working fine, but I can't see anything. So if you see anything pertinent, let me know. Okay, this is ridiculous. Let me.
Yeah, I remember this one. It's like, no way.
Oh God.
How can people be so stupid?
Oh my gosh.
Why is Sam sending me pictures
To distract you, probably.
on Telegram? Like, she just sent a picture, a screenshot of our thing. But anyways, our show. All right, so who wants to co-sign on a vehicle for me and receive $2,000 in cash? I never miss payment, so nothing to worry about. Just not established credit yet. If you never miss payments, then you probably have established credit. Just worry about how you're going to spend your $2,000 free dollars. So I don't know if it's like, if this is legit, like if he's really asking or not. But That's one for you. That was a big one. I think that counts for two.
Big one too.
So someone comments, I'm sorry, but none in their right mind will co-sign for a stranger no matter how much proof you have. Just rent a car from Lyft and drive. It's pretty easy. Then he says, the poster says, okay, $3,500. Do you know how a cosigner works? Whoever you get to cosign is responsible for that car until it's paid off no matter what you say. Okay, so you haven't missed a payment. But yeah, what if something happens and you can't work anymore and you won't make the payment? It starts messing with that person's credit. Not smart. Last comment. You could offer me $10,000 and I'd still say no.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's just, I don't know. This is actually out of the Detroit group. I'm not sure if he's actually being serious or not. It seems a little bananas that you would do that. But, yeah. No thanks.
The sad thing is, somebody probably
We'll do it.
will do it.
Yeah. I mean,
it makes me think about how many people are going to be effed in next year come tax time because they took that SBA loan. And they shouldn't have.
I know. I cannot wait for those. No, I can wait for those posts because it's going to be every other post. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, they want whatever. What is it? Sam said something like it was like time and a half, not time and a half.
It's 1.5 times the amount.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, of what they owe.
Are you talking about the EIDL or the SBA?
I don't know. What's the difference?
The loan, not the grant. The loan.
Right, the EIDL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. But anyways, all right, Jesper, you're up next. I saved this one for you.
My video is all weird. Nothing.
My
works.
brother says there's no sound.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear us? Nothing works.
I
for
have
me.
nothing. I have no comments. Like,
It says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. I think it's killed.
did we? I don't think so.
Working fine for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I refreshed the page, and now all of a sudden,
Yeah, it's working for me. Okay.
who
so,
said we didn't have sound?
My brother said there was no sound. I told him to refresh his.
Okay.
Facebook.
I guess we shouldn't do that because we always we trust that can you all just fucking turn it off and turn it back on and then tell me I don't have sound? Your brother's usually on
He's usually
point.
spot on. Yeah, he
Yeah.
starts working now, so it must have been. Maybe it was a hiccup in the stream or something.
That was a hiccup in the stream. So here it is.
Please tell me the story, Jesper. I'm dying to hear it.
I had a guy offer to blow me. Why do I get this one?
You did?
No, I didn't. But you assigned it to me. I don't know. I declined and informed him my girlfriend does a good enough job. He started acting weird and was getting angry. I told him I was ending the drive early and to leave my car. He asked why. And I told him I no longer felt safe driving him. He got annoyed, but he complied and got out. Afterwards, I reported the incident and gave him a low rating so I wouldn't get matched again with him. Which, by the way, that doesn't work, right, Pete?
Yeah,
The low rating and not match.
clearly. Well, this is Uber, right? So Uber, it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Lyft, we know it didn't work for sure.
Yeah.
So
The best line of this, you can tell that Pete really loves Reddit, and I do too. But I'm glad I have a buddy that likes Reddit now because every time I see a post from Reddit, I'm like, yes, Reddit. But the number one comment is like, where the fuck do you guys drive?
I want to come drive in your market.
I know. Yeah. Oh, what?
No.
I just agreed to that. Oh, you mean the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? No. For heaven's sakes.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. So apparently,
We actually we had one of the drivers in our group. She's a female driver. She had been offered.
I mean,
on a number of occasions.
I don't know how every female driver isn't propositioned every night, at least by somebody. I mean, especially if you're driving the bar crowd. I mean,
This particular person was offered a threesome one night.
yeah. I mean, it must. I feel bad for women. That's why
I
that
know.
safer rideshare. I'm really hoping they expand because I really like that option where you can choose a female driver. You you can
Yeah,
choose.
but it happens. It might not happen as much to dudes, but I some of those 38 to 43, 45 group women that go to the concert once a year with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Are
They're
as
crazy.
bad as any of the dudes that get drunk.
Yeah, and I guess and why is there a double, the standard of
Right.
where like it's fine for a girl to do it, but I mean, I just think I think it's
I mean, I got
different.
a couple videos posted on my rideshare page of girls like.
Yeah, I think it's just different because I just feel, and this is not a sexist comment, but I just feel like guys prey on women. And I'm not saying the women are weak, because they're not, because I have a badass wife, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I just don't feel preyed on when a woman's like propositioning me or flirting with me. Not that I get that often, but I love to flirt. Like if I get a couple beers in me and I got a little buzz, like, but I would never be like, hey, can I feel your boobs? Like, I know that was so weird.
So I was gonna ask. There's a one of our listeners right now, Nora, watchers or whatever you want to call her. She's from Bristol, and I was wondering, Nora. So you are a driver in Bristol, United Kingdom. How is it over there? And are you being propositioned a lot? So
that's a weird question.
Well, but I was just wondering, being a female driver and all. That's all.
No, she probably gets called the C word because they use that like the F word over there.
I don't know.
Well, it probably doesn't bother her because they use it like the F word over there.
That's true. It probably doesn't. We should reach out to Nora and get her on the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Just because I want to hear her accent.
Yes.
Sam writes drunk moms. Woo woo. Like the woo woo girls. Woo woo.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep
You guys
going.
are so weird.
Nora,
I'm sorry.
Okay, so this one's. What are you laughing at?
Just this one.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to try to read it. Is this one mine? Oh, yeah, this one is mine. I'm going to try to read it as best I can. So this is an Instacart shopper that's chatting with support. So the first comment says, all right, so the customer has reduced your tips. So this is a discussion about why her tip got reduced. All right, so the customers have reduced your tip according to their wish. No, the customer, then the shopper says, no, you did not. You guys did. Shopper says, Instacart always reduces the tip when products are out of stock and have been doing this very long time. I know that. Instacart support. I would like to inform you that the customer can change the tip 24 hours after delivery. So it's a little they're not communicating what the issue is. So basically what's happening is the customer tips, let's say they tip $20, right? And the bill is if the bill is $100 and they tip you 20%, you get $20. But if you shop for something and they don't have it, that's going to reduce your percentage. So this shopper is
because it's a percentage.
It's a percentage.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she's arguing on Facebook that like, I know what I'm doing. They don't even know it happens, blah, blah, blah. But it's just simple math. If, just like I said, if they tip 20% and the bill's, 100, you get $20. But if it's 90, you don't get as much.
Right.
It's pretty simple. So yeah. Maybe before she should have chatted with Instacart, she should have not wasted her time and maybe just thrown it in the Facebook group. But the way she acted, like she goes, I know how the system works. So it was just a little weird. So yeah, just to let you know, if you return an item because they don't have it, your percentage tip is going to go down. That's math. Okay. We all good with that?
Math? Sam said something about 18 Jason.
I don't know. I probably asked a question and
she said that you
with the whole math
name earlier.
Well,
for the Patreon.
Yeah, because it's they only let you put a certain amount of letters for your patreon.com/
Oh yeah.
And so I just did the Twitter one and I couldn't remember what it was. So all right, Pete, why don't you get this, and then we'll get into tip time. I need to get something to drink. I got to drive home.
All right.
Get something for me too.
So, this one was from Reddit also. I had to click on it because I forgot which one it was. Passenger grabbed my cup of ice water and threw it at me on her way out of my car. Today I picked up a package for a 26-minute trip. She didn't say anything, no response to my greeting. A quiet as I verified her address. This is routine for someone who doesn't want to talk. Just painting a picture here. By the way, I also prefer quiet rides, food for thought, for no reason, whatever. In the final minute, the passenger added a stop that was an additional 30 minutes. As I was in the midst of a streak bonus with a prior upcoming engagement approaching within the hour, I admittedly told Pax I cannot drive her to the next location. Also, waiting equals no money, and for many other reasons, I'd be happy to debate taking her the extra 30 minutes would result in a big loss of money. P.S. I feel like this should be a moot point anyways based on her following reaction and the fact that 1099 contractors, we have the right to run our business this way we see fit within Lyft guidelines. Which I guess technically that's not really within Lyft guidelines, right?
No.
So, you're wrong. Anyways, she says, no, you're going to take me to my next stop. I apologize and let her know I just can't do that right now. We go back and forth a few times. Finally, I decided to shut up and let her win the debate. We arrive at her destination, or first stop. She says, I don't want to be in this nasty effing car anyways. As she heads out, she grabs my 44-ounce cup of Wawa ice water, turns around, and chucks it in my car.
That bitch.
The 5 seconds between her grabbing my cup and throwing it at me, my naive self didn't even consider that as a possible option. Fortunately, she missed me and hit my middle console, spilling water all over my waterproof car mats. I own a business, I own rental properties, I am financially doing well, and I never share this information with passengers. Yet, I, like many other drivers, have to get treated like filth in our personal vehicles because somehow, some way or the other, the position of power has shifted from the driver to the passenger over time. We have become the vulnerable ones with very little action from Lyft. What would you do?
Stop driving. I mean, if that's his attitude, stop driving.
Right.
I mean,
I get what he's saying, though.
no, I do too. But
Too often, I feel like Uber and Lyft side with the passengers.
Always. Well, yeah, and that's the whole. I mean, especially when you get a like an intoxication, like I've not gotten, which is amazing. That's
Right.
how many rides. I mean, I'm at like over 3,000 for Uber. Yeah, it's that computer, yes, sir. I have crazy. That thing just makes noise randomly. I don't even know.
Getting hacked, bro.
I don't know, but that I haven't gotten an intoxication thing, and because they'll be like, oh, they just deactivate you for 48 hours or whatever it is, and I know what else are they gonna do, but they always take the customer
Right.
side, and
I mean, that's happened to me. Not the alcohol, but somebody said that my car was wrecked,
right.
oh, that's right.
and so I had to send in pictures, and it took like, I don't know, it was like a whole weekend. Couldn't drive.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's too bad. But yeah, if you don't like it, I guess don't drive or switch to Uber.
It's like a
I don't know.
catch-22 though, right? Because if you take the drivers, they had to stop taking the drivers' word because you get drivers that start using canned corn and pouring it on the side of their cars.
I know that's a problem. You can't trust anybody.
Right.
Why can't people just be decent?
Right.
Like,
Right.
don't be a dick.
Like us.
driver-
We're decent.
We're not even driving. We're barely decent. All right.
Tip time.
You like my little stinger?
That's nice.
Jesper
What's
gets
with all these noises?
Jesper gets so confused. He's like a boomer. Like he hears a sound, he's like, "Wow!"
Okay, boomer.
That one was pretty loud. So, all right, tip time. Here is the picture.
Oh God.
Who else is paying $10K in taxes?
Not me.
I'm like, I was at my PC when I was going through, I think it's from Facebook, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Going through Facebook, and I see that, and I'm like out loud, just like, oh my God, get a tax person.
Right.
Like what?
Right. I mean,
No.
call Sam. Clearly, they did something wrong.
Right.
Because they're not paying $10,000 in taxes.
Look, I go to H&R Block,
Please do not.
and
Well,
I've been going there for years.
Go to a
now.
real tax person.
Just go to a tax something. Don't try to
Right.
do it yourself. Is the point I'm saying.
By the way, Sam said earlier, 18. She was doing the math on 90%. So
Right.
this is why we need to keep Sam around. You need to be on the podcast for all our math
Come
questions.
back.
Right.
There's a chair right there for you.
Yeah, look at right here. It's waiting for you. So yeah.
Sam says, "Don't call me."
Oh, for the taxes.
But Sam, I thought you wanted to be in accounting.
We're just trying to help your business out.
So
bro.
Yeah.
basically, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And it's not super hard, but why wouldn't you just go to somebody? My tax guy, I think H&R Block was like up into 300s for some people. Mine, it was $260. He keeps everything. He files everything. If I have questions throughout the year, it's great. I email him. He emails me back. Like,
this is why I go to H&R Block. I mean, aside from the fact that I've been going there for like, I don't know, 10 years now.
yeah, but you're not using the same guy. That's the thing. Oh, it's the same guy? He's worked for...
well, this last year, he finally left.
Okay.
So I might find a new tax person this upcoming next year.
Well, maybe we'll actually get Kathy from, I forget her name's tax service.
Dunham Accounting.
Dunham Accounting, thank you.
How can you forget that?
I'm sorry.
They guarantee their work.
Yeah.
You do your taxes, you mess up, you're on the hook.
Right.
You go somewhere else, get the taxes done, pay an extra whatever, $50 or for the guarantee.
Right. You pay for that guarantee? Yeah. So it's like insurance.
Well, that's the thing. Normal tax accountants don't necessarily get. They guarantee it based on the information they have received.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that's the only thing they can.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, if you've lied to them.
But I can only repeat my story. The first year I started using a tax accountant, I thought I was gonna have to pay $800.
For the bill for the tax guy?
No. I thought I was going to have to pay the federal government $800.
Yeah.
Right? She went over all my numbers, did everything, and I got $2,000 back.
I mean, that seems a little off. Like,
no, that was because there was a lot of things I didn't know. It was all the things I didn't know I could also
Clearly, this guy didn't know about $10,000 worth of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just...
Your brother's calling you to the table.
What's he?
He's saying, have you actually read the small print for that stuff, though? It's not as great as it sounds.
Listen, bro.
and Sam says I'm correct. Can I have that in writing? Oh, no, that was writing. I'm corect.
Yeah, you better take a screenshot.
So anyways,
I'm deleting this stream.
Just use a tax accountant.
Yes. And again, hopefully that either Dunham or someone else will be on, so we'll have someone that we can work with and recommend.
And another benefit of using a tax accountant is whenever you need a copy of your
yeah, if you're like buying a house or whatever.
I know, right? All I have to do is I shoot an email to my tax accountant and say, hey, I need a copy of my my 1090 or whatever, 1040, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And I got it immediately.
Well, I'm thinking about firing my guy and hiring Sam. So, Sam. Oh, Mark said he went to H&R Block last year. He probably didn't buy
I was pretty sure he did the same thing.
I don't think he bought the $50 guarantee. That's probably what he's talking about. All right, we'll get into Facebook shenanigans. I don't think this one is legit because it's an iMessage, but it's funny. Customer, can you ask for no cheese on my cheeseburger? Driver. Yeah, apparently the hamburger is $1 cheaper if you just want that. Customer, I do not want a hamburger. I want a cheeseburger with no cheese. If I wanted hamburger, I'd order a hamburger. Driver, okay, there goes your tip. Customer, well, again.
The thing is, this probably is fake, but it's probably also not fake.
Well, the one that we talked about was not fake. You could see it said you're communicating with DoorDash, but it still is funny.
So this one is, what would you do? Just enough. Hey, please buzz 10:04 when you arrive. Come to the 10th floor. Elevator isn't working. Okay, got it. Like, I would not do it. No way.
I mean, I'm going to need you to float a 20 out the window down to me, and I will catch it, and then I will bring it up. Or maybe string it, fishing line, drop it down.
I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because last show I was bitching about that guy who didn't want to go to the third floor to drop off the food order.
3 floors.
But 3 floors. 3 floors.
There you go. I'm 3 years old.
Whoa.
3 floors is different than 10 floors.
Yes. I would go to the 3rd floor. I ain't going to the 10th floor. No way.
So honestly, what I would do, I would say, can you meet me halfway? I'll meet you on the 5th floor. Like, I
think that's a good compromise.
I mean, yeah.
I think nobody should expect their food delivery guy to go up 10 floors.
And depending on where the process is, like if I'm at there with their food, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I might as well bring it up. Can we do 5? But if he sends me that before I go even pick up the food, I'd be like,
Nope.
cancel. So
Thank
10
you,
floors.
next.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I left it on 2nd floor, dude. Bye.
I'll race you to the 5th floor.
All right, this next one says, leave at door. Note from the customer, leave at door. Please don't knock. Dog loses her shit.
I love these messages. They're great. This one isn't really scandalous or anything. It's just really good.
But at least it makes sense.
Right.
Don't knock.
And that's why I always try to catch like the pizza guy or the Uber Eats guy like before they ring my doorbell because
well,
dogs go nuts.
Franklin does the same thing. I mean, you guys came in and he went ape shit.
Yeah.
He just dogs doing dog shit.
Yeah.
They like to bark. So, all right, guys. I think that's it.
That was it. Short tonight.
It actually was 111 is pretty short.
Yeah.
So, well, guys, thank you so much. Again, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, the studio sponsor. Please go to them, 532-6600 or irvines.com if you need to schedule service.
Yep.
Picnic, August 15th.
August 15th.
Be there.
Yep. Let us know if you guys are planning on coming or not.
Yeah, we're trying to plan it, how much food and stuff. But we'll have food, probably food, chips, and some drinks.
Yep. Opportunity to meet us. You
Yeah,
haven't met us already.
We'll do the live stream, and we'll sit down and interview you, or you don't have to, but we probably won't live. You have to. It's part of entry.
Yep.
Yeah. So we really appreciate everyone listening and sharing the stream. I think we had a record for stream shares tonight, so I really appreciate everyone to do that.
Next show, let's make sure we all do it during Jesper's talking.
Yeah. Every time Jesper is talking. Oh, shit, I'm not on the main screen. We're, like, doing an ending. I'm not even on the main screen. Every time Jesper's doing an article, everyone like the stream and share it. So I'll...
You're such a noob.
A noob? Why am I a noob?
You didn't switch it to the...
Oh, I know. I'm the worst.
us.
I'm,
I
like,
know.
staring at the... We're, like, trying to end the show, and I'm like, oh, we're still on the last one, so... Yeah, I think this is a really... It felt like a longer show, didn't it? I don't know. Well,
It's
Sam, I
okay.
think you need to get here so we can add more articles. You know,
Yeah,
I got to
I know.
keep it trimmed, neat and trimmed.
So we do need, on a different note, though, we do need to start talking more about other stuff, gig economy as well. So get us stuff if you guys want to.
Yeah, you can always reach out if you
ask questions, and if we don't know the answer, we'll find out for you. And how is it in this market, other markets, and that kind of stuff. So definitely,
If they want to email us questions, where should they send those?
they should send them to team at gigeconomypodcast.com. At gigeconomy-podcast.com. Team at gigeconomy-podcast.com.
You know, we should put a spot on the website that says have a question, like a little on the sidebar or something, so people can send questions.
Yep.
That would be a great idea.
That's a
And
good
if you
idea.
ever want to be on the show, we always love having new people on.
Absolutely.
Maybe not in studio, but like Nora, I'd love to have her on.
Yeah, you just want to listen to her.
I know. I love the accent, man. It's
But you
just
never say anything about my accent. What's up with that?
because I I love the accent on females.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
See ya. I never trust if I